so today I will have an overview to you about a project we received from Cranston Construction Company, which is a small construction company. They need us to develop a schedule and assist them in the timely decision making for their construction. Their requirement for us is to achieve the completion time and also the critical path, and we also need to identify their slack and critical paths. And also we also need to identify the project crashing if the relevant time and cost information could be found. There is a approximate of 612,000 with activity leave and time allowance being provided. The data that are given to us have three tables. The first one is a job breakdown with an approximate cost. The table 2 is an activity list with time allowance, and table 3 is a modified activity list after their consultation. So I have a question for planning assistant. If there's any ways to stop for the construction planning, and how can we determine the duration for the project time?
Alright, I as representative from our planning department will explain about the solution for the problem. So I'm going to share our solution. So to answer the question from our manager is that our department solving the problem faced by the construction project by using the AON network. So this is the table of activity for AON network that we developed from a basic AON network. So in this table of activity, each of the activity will have a 6-box table where for each box it represent different meaning. So for the first table, for the A table, it represent the activity for the project. So for the second box, it represent the activity durations that we get from table 3, which is activity list and duration. So the third box is box for ES, which is early start. The next box is box for later start. Next is box for early finish, and lastly is a box for latest finish. So by stating all these four value in our table of activity, we can get our critical path. So the step that I'm using to get the critical path is for our critical path is by identifying the slack time for each activity, just like I explained the table. So the critical path is identified as the path with a 0 slack time by the meaning of the slack time is that the activity haven't delayed the project haven't delayed the construction planning for the overall project. So how do we find our slack time here is that by using the formula latest finish minus early finish, or we can use the formula of latest start minus early start. So that's how we get the slack time for each activity. So the critical path for this project that we found is that we found 2 critical paths for this project. So the first path for this project is A, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, U, V, Y, Z. And the second critical path is A, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Q, U, V, Y, Z. So even though we have two solutions for critical path, however, the outcome from this finding show that both of these critical path has the same total completion time for this construction project, which is 379 days. So we can use any of these 2 critical paths because both of these have the same amount for completion time. So that's all the outcome analysis for planning departments.
Thank you for the planning department for an overview about how to solve it. But we can see that we have exceeded the requirement, which is 370 days. So I noticed that if we want to get the figure, it will increase the cost. So how financial assistance can you assist on how it will affect our financial?
Okay, so first of all, thank you, project manager, for giving me trust. So I am the financial assistant for this project. I represent my financial department. So from our perspective, from our department's perspective, we can see that this project has facing some issues that even extending 9 days. So for the first issue is that the architecture activity, such as shillings, require sometimes that even extending for 7 days. This may because the shillings need delicate works to make sure that the shillings has been nicely put. Okay. And then for the second issues is this concrete work, where the activities that need to be done floor by floor, such as the resilient floor, also requires a lot of time because they need to finish the floor by the sequence and do the patchwork and so on. Okay, so for the we can improve the duration time to complete the project by doing the crash cost table to shorten the time. So we already done the crash cost table. Okay. So these are the crash cost table that we have done the analysis. So first of all, we will list the activity that we have chosen from the critical path. So since our project have two options for critical path, we choose the first critical path to do the crash table. And then we do the activity timetable with the normal and allowed time. And also we do the activity cost with the normal and crash cost. And then we have to calculate the maximum crash for crash days and also crash cost. So for crash day, we have the results where only activity G, H, J, K, M, N, and U can be crashed. And these are the crash costs for each activity. Okay. Since our project need to crash only 9 days to finish the project on the time, which is the 370 days, so we will choose activity K to be crashed because the activity has the least cost for the crash and also managed to crash for 9 days because it have maximum 19 days to be crashed. So the total crash cost will be $945. Therefore, the total cost for our project will increase by $945 if the company want to shorten the duration times. So that's all analysis from financial assistant.
Thank you for the financial and also planning assistant. So to sum up from this meeting, so thank you for the financial and planning assistance. So to sum up from this meeting, we can find out if we want to minimize the total project time, it will increase the total cost and make the project cost increase. But it will also benefit some parts, such as increasing the total sales and also meet their deadline, which is their demand. So as a recommendation, I guess that a Gantt chart can be used in this company that will benefit them to ease their work scheduling, simplicity, understanding, and also have a clear and visual depiction of a deadline. So that's all from us. Thank you.